What if I told you that there's a woman who didn't just win the lottery once, but multiple times? And not because of luck, not because she cracked some secret code, but because she used the power of her mind. This is the true story of Cynthia Stafford, a woman who believed so deeply in her vision that reality had no choice but to obey. After a tragic accident that took her brother's life, Cynthia was left to care for his 5 children, struggling financially and emotionally. But instead of falling into despair, she turned to something most people dismiss as fantasy: visualization. Every day, she would meditate and imagine herself winning exactly $112 million, the exact amount she had written on a piece of paper and kept close to her heart. She didn't just wish for it, she felt it. She lived it in her mind long before it happened. She walked, talked, and thought like someone who had already won. And then one day, out of more than 18 million possible number combinations, the winning numbers on her ticket matched. She had done it. She had manifested her dream into reality, and she didn't stop there. Her story is not about gambling. It's about the law of attraction, the power of unwavering belief, and how visualization can reshape your life in ways most people can't even imagine. But what exactly did Cynthia do differently? What made her visualization so effective that it literally bent reality in her favor? Let's go deeper. Cynthia didn't just hope to win. She programmed her mind to believe it was already done. Every single day, she practiced visualization with extreme precision. She wasn't vague. She didn't say, "I want to win the lottery someday." No. She saw herself holding the check. She felt the weight of the paper in her hand. She imagined the exact amount, $112 million, appearing on the screen. She practiced gratitude as if it had already happened. Her emotions weren't future-based, they were present. That's the secret most people miss. Visualization isn't daydreaming. It's emotional embodiment of the desired reality. Cynthia would sit in meditation and literally feel the joy, the relief, the excitement, the transformation that came with her winning. She made that future real in her nervous system. And that emotional alignment created a vibrational match with her goal. It's the same principle taught by masters like Neville Goddard and Joe Dispenza. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's real. So when you visualize with clarity and emotion, your mind believes it's already true. And when your mind believes it, your actions, your energy, and the world around you begin to shift to reflect that belief. Cynthia wasn't chasing the money. She was aligning herself with it. And that alignment is what brought the jackpot into her life. But her journey didn't stop at the win. It was only the beginning of a much deeper transformation. After winning the $112 million jackpot, Cynthia Stafford didn't just sit back and relax. She used that moment as a launchpad to build a new reality aligned with her vision. She invested in her dreams, starting a film production company, donating to causes close to her heart, and stepping fully into the version of herself she had visualized for years. But here's what's truly remarkable. Her success didn't come after the money. It started long before the check was in her hands. That's the lesson. Visualization works not because the universe rewards wishful thinking, but because it reprograms your identity. Cynthia had become a millionaire in her mind before she ever held a winning ticket. So the money wasn't a surprise. It was the inevitable result of her inner transformation. And if you're watching this thinking, could this really work? For me, the answer is, it already is. The reality you live in right now is a reflection of what you believe, feel, and focus on daily. If you want to shift your external world, it starts with the inner one. Cynthia's story isn't just inspiring, it's a roadmap. So take a moment right now and ask yourself, what would your life look like if you visualized it with the same emotional intensity, clarity, and belief? And if you're ready to start shifting your own reality, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because in the next video, we'll break down the exact step-by-step process Cynthia used to manifest her dream life. Your transformation begins today. Let's break down what Cynthia did differently. Because the truth is, most people visualize the wrong way. They focus on lack, on what they don't have, on the gap between their current situation and their dream. But Cynthia flipped that. She visualized from the end. She stepped into the version of herself who had already received the blessing. That's a key distinction. She didn't visualize to get the money. She visualized because, in her mind, it was already hers. Her inner conversations changed. Her self-image shifted. She was no longer a struggling single mother. She was a wealthy, empowered creator of her reality. And that shift rewired her energy. Imagine how different your choices become when you truly believe you're already successful. Your body language changes. Your confidence increases. You start attracting opportunities that align with your new identity. That's what Cynthia tapped into. And she stayed consistent. Not for days, not for weeks, but for years. She didn't get discouraged when nothing seemed to happen. She didn't stop when doubt crept in. She held the vision through silence, through setbacks, through fear. And that's what made her unstoppable. So ask yourself right now, are you visualizing with conviction or just wishing for change? Because the law of attraction doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. And Cynthia Stafford became a winner long before she had the proof in her hands. One of the most powerful things Cynthia shared about her journey was that she didn't do it alone. She did it in partnership with the universe. She often spoke about divine timing and how she trusted that everything would unfold exactly when it was supposed to. That level of surrender isn't passive. It's the ultimate sign of faith. She didn't micromanage the how. She didn't obsess over the logistics. She let go of the when and focused on the what. The feeling, the vision, the certainty that it was already done. That's where most people get stuck. They start to visualize, but the moment results don't appear fast enough, they start doubting, questioning, and pulling their energy away from the goal. Cynthia did the opposite. She held her frequency, even when reality showed no signs of change. And when the check finally came, she wasn't shocked. She was grateful, of course, but not surprised. Because in her mind, she had already lived that moment hundreds of times. That's the essence of manifestation, becoming energetically equal to the life you desire. And here's what's truly empowering. This isn't just Cynthia's gift. It's yours too. You were born with the same power to create. So if this story has sparked something inside you, don't ignore it. Pause the video, grab a notebook, and start visualizing your future self right now. Feel it, write it, claim it, and then come back. Because we're not done yet. There's one more piece of her story you absolutely need to hear. What truly makes Cynthia Stafford's story unforgettable isn't just the money, it's the message. She became living proof that visualization, when combined with deep emotion and unwavering belief, can unlock realities that seem impossible to the logical mind. But more than that, she showed the world that anyone, regardless of their background, struggles, or past, can rewrite their future. It's not about luck. It's about alignment. It's about seeing what you want so clearly that the universe has no choice but to match your energy. Cynthia didn't manifest by chance. She manifested by choice. And that same choice is now in your hands. You can continue living the story life handed you. Or you can start designing the life you were truly meant to live. Every thought, every feeling, every image you hold in your mind is shaping your destiny in real time. So the question is, what are you choosing to see? Because what you visualize consistently becomes your reality eventually. And if this story moved you, imagine what will happen when your story is the one being told. So here's your next step. Leave a comment below telling us what you're manifesting. Claim it in writing. Speak it into existence. And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs this message right now. Subscribe for more real stories of manifestation and power. Because your imagination is not just a tool, it's the beginning of your transformation.